All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And peace and salutation to the elect of Israel. What you see on the screen here is an article that I wanted to share and bring a couple scriptures along with it about Trump's new budget proposal. He released his budget for the upcoming year, which will be 2018. And his plan is to cut back on a lot of the, like they call in this article, safety net programs like food stamps, SNAP, even Social Security and disability, all these different programs that they have in place that a lot of Jake Israelites are relying upon. You got Esau that benefits from these programs too, but this is will mainly affect Jake the hardest if this comes to pass. So I want to share this article and bring out a couple scriptures to go with it. This is from NBC News from May 23rd. And the title is Trump's budget will hit these states the hardest. The Trump administration unveiled a budget for 2018 on Tuesday that seeks to overhaul many of the country's safety net programs for low-income and struggling Americans. That's Israel. Though these cuts are popular among Republican lawmakers, they affect programs that are actually more commonly used in Republican-leaning states than in Democratic ones, and that in many cases benefit white voters without college degrees, a demographic group that strongly supported Donald Trump in the 2016 election. So he putting in this in effect. It's going to even affect Esau. A lot of his voters use these programs, but as we've seen throughout the Trump administration, the Trump presidency, Trump doesn't care about approval ratings or care about none of that. It's just these just the road that we're headed down in these times to come. The programs experiencing the deepest cuts provide assistance for healthcare services to children, the poor, and disabled, that the supplement food and housing for those with low incomes. Most of the programs were created decades ago by Democratic presidents. So you got Medicaid, proposed cuts to Medicaid, Section 8, all of these different programs. You see they got this video here. You can look at her face. That's a scorned woman. A damn devil. She's she pissed off. She couldn't wait to jump on this. Clinton calls Trump budget an unimaginable level of cruelty. She's scorned right now because she lost. She couldn't wait to jump on this. The president's budget reduces funding to the current welfare system and would impose more stringent work requirements as a condition of receiving benefits. The work requirement is popular among conservative think tanks and has been frequently promoted by White House Speaker Paul Ryan. The budget remains a wish list. However, many of its draconian provisions are not widely popular in Congress and are considered likely to be rejected or changed. Alright, so this is the first cut, food stamps. The president's budget cuts $193 billion from food stamps, a program known as the Supplement Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, that provides extra money for food and groceries over the next 10 years. That amounts to a cut of 29%. More than 40 million Americans receive food stamp benefits. In order to achieve cost savings, the proposed changes add a work requirement for receiving benefits. If you are on food stamps and you are able-bodied, we need you to go to work, said Budget Director Mike Mulvaney during a White House briefing on Monday. So they want to kick in this work requirement to get a lot of damn Jakes and different people off of these food stamps. They're going to cut back from the food. They're going to cut back some of these different safety nets that they offer here in America. He's going to pull back the feeding hand and he's going to bring out the sword, because we coming into these tough times. It's like in Egypt when they stopped giving them the straw to make bricks. They had to go get their own straw. They're about to crank those times up. The budget is not specific on how the work requirements will be implemented, but past examples cited by conservative think tanks provide a guide. All states, in fact, already have a work requirement for food stamps, though some have been granted waivers. Now I'm going to go down. We're going to skip down to the next thing they want to cut is Medicaid and Children's Health Insurance, or CHIP. And that's a spiritual name right there, the CHIP program, Children's Health Insurance. As NBC News has reported, Medicaid, which pays for health care for children and the disabled, is one of the hardest programs to cut. The expansion of the program under President Obama's health care program are popular and have been a critical sticking point during the House's effort to repeal or replace Obamacare. Trump's budget makes $616 billion in cuts to Medicaid over 10 years. It is not clear how much these add or conflict with the $839 billion in cuts already in the House health care bill. Though they appears to add to them, the savings are achieved by changing the program's funding formula and rolling back the expansion provided by Obamacare. Combined, this amounts to a more than 25% cut to Medicaid and CHIP. The Congressional Budget Office estimates at least 10 million will lose health insurance in an early scoring of the House's health care bill. So 10 million people will lose health insurance, won't be able to go to the hospital. Other programs, Social Security and Disability Insurance, SSDI. On the campaign trail, the president promised that Social Security would not be touched, but the component of Social Security that helps those with disabilities is cut back in his budget. Almost 10 million people rely on Social Security disability insurance. Trump's budget cuts the program by 2% over 10 years. The map of these beneficiaries is similar to the food stamps map. Residents of battleground states won by Trump, including West Virginia, Florida, Ohio, and Michigan, are more likely to be recipients. SSDI also tends to be critical to areas that experience high rate of injury doing manual labor, like the Rust Belt or in rural areas with more agricultural products, according to Jacob Lebenloff, senior advisor at the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, or TANF. The TANF program, which mostly provides low-income assistance for food, utilities, houses, child care, and job-related expenses, is cut by $21 billion over 10 years in the president's budget. Trump's budget TANF by 13% over that time span. States in the South and Midwest tend to have a higher percentage of their population taking advantage of the program. The program is utilized less in the Rust Belt than other entitlement programs. TANF has an existing work requirement which is being used as a model for cutting other entitlement programs. So basically just the gist of the whole article, they're going to take back all of the safety nets that are set up here. And that's the plan that they're trying to bring into effect. That lets you know that we're getting into those times where it's about to get real rough. Because one thing about Jake, you think they acted a fool when you killed a few unarmed Israelites. They're going to really act a fool when you take away their food stamps and their Section 8 and their, you take away their safety net from them. That's when they're going to really act up, and it's going to lead to martial law and the CHIP. So I want to bring out a couple scriptures real quick to go along with it. And I'm going to start right here. We're going to go to Deuteronomy 28. Because this is one of the curses that's on us, relying on all these programs. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 48. I start at 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. That's all these programs that we were just going through about them cutting. Israel is reliant on Esau in hunger, thirst, nakedness, and want of all things. And now, since we're in these end times, Esau is already putting in a plan to withdraw all these things that he provides for Israel. We look to this devil in need of want of all things, and that's part of the curses that we're up under. But like I said, Esau getting ready to take these things away. That's another sign that we're coming into the end of this damn horrific ride that we've been on. I'm gonna leave you with one more scripture, and this is Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So when you see the plans for them to take away all these different things, and you hear about all these rumors and wars and all this going on, that's because this devil know he has but a short time. He's about to turn up the heat, so to speak, in America. They're going to take away the safety net from all you niggas, and they're going to turn up the heat. And pretty soon it's going to lead into martial law and the chip. After he take away all these safety nets, he's going to have the miraculous cure for it all. Hey, come get these chips and you can get all your benefits back, and we'll be able to feed you. You can get your money. And that's going to lead to the end of this before the great day of the Lord. So I just wanted to share that scripture, these couple scriptures, and share that article. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.